All right, are we good? Are we live? I have no idea. What's up, guys? Is the chat box even working? Jeez. Hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. There's a lot for us to talk about. A lot. And we're going to be discussing a lot of things, actually. Recent news about Jump Festa, which is, I think, pretty interesting. We have to fix the chat box there. The chat box is all over the place. What's up, guys? Can you guys hear me? Am I good? Hopefully I am. Let's see if everything is optimized to our liking. Hope you guys are having a terrific week. We're about to enter October, and boy, do I have some surprises for you guys. So first things first, there's been a lot of news going around, so I'm gonna go on ahead and just give you guys like the quick breakdown. This is the Jump Festa 2023 list. Do you guys happen to notice anything? No Dragon Ball Super. Oh, we're going to be talking about that. So, quick little test here just to see if everything is good. Winter with the first person to drop a dono. Thank you so much for the donation. Oh my God, it's unreal. Oh my God, Winter. Swear to God. So, yeah, we got the Jump Festa 2023 Super Stage list. We got One Piece, My Hero Academia, Black Clover, Jujutsu Kaisen, which I've been getting into Jujutsu Kaisen lately, and Gojo is the GOAT, to say the least. But no Super. That's interesting, don't you guys think? We're going to be discussing that and so much more as this progresses, including the manga arc, because apparently enough, I think we might, or we may or may not actually get the new arc next month. I don't think it's a good idea for them to skip and jump 2 months by not announcing the next manga arc. But then again, I mean, they could drop that at Jump Festa, because I believe Victory Uchida actually said that we're going to be getting another big announcement by the end of the year, and I think that's going to be the manga stuff, to be honest, because Jump Festa, for those who don't know, Jump Festa is like the WrestleMania for, anime, right? So you got Bleach, you got everything, we got Boruto, Naruto, you got Prince of Tennis, Chainsaw Man. I haven't gotten into Chainsaw Man yet. So notice how Dragon Ball Super is not on the list, right? So that kind of confirms my suspicion that Dragon Ball Super will not get announced this year. I know that's going to rub a lot of people the wrong way, but it's just my assessment, just judging based off of what we have going on right here from the Jump Festa list, because you have to stop and think about the fact that Kuros with the 99-cent dono. Thank you, Kuros. Master debater over here on TikTok. Sultan with the $2 dono says nothing to say, just hello and how are you? I'm doing good, brother. Thank you for being here. So I think when all things considered, what we might get towards the end of the year is definitely the confirmation of the next Dragon Ball Super manga arc, which I think is going to involve Frieza, the whole concept behind Black Frieza. We're going to talk about that. A lot of you guys seem to be like pissed at the fact that Frieza is the villain, and we got, this whole thing going on with, the superhero movie, on whether or not they're going to tie that in. Who knows? But we're going to go ahead and jump into a few things. Now, I will go out of my limb to give you guys a few previews, right? So just in case you guys were kind of wondering what's been going on with me, I've been working on a lot of manga content behind the scenes. I've been animating some really cool stuff that I'm about to show you guys really quick, but I'm going to go ahead and put out a little poll real quick right here, just to ask you guys, do you guys believe that the Dragon Ball Super anime will be announced this year? Because I don't personally think so, judging based on from what we see right here, because this list, if anything, doesn't really confirm the anime returning, which I think, with all things considered, I don't really mind them taking their time if they're going to develop Super in a proper way for it to come back and look like an absolute banger, but we're going to get into that more or less later on. So I want to show you guys a few things really quick, just to kind of, show you guys what I've been working on behind the scenes. So what you guys are about to see right now is a manga animation that I've been doing, and I want you guys to listen. I'm sorry if you're wearing headphones. This might blow your eardrums out, but you've been warned, so check.
まずな貴様の誤算を教えてやろうか。この間の借りを返させてもらおう。なんだぞブロリー。
Okay, so that's as much as I'm gonna show you guys. I've been doing that for so many things. So that was an artist called Dark Hans on Twitter. He gave me the permission to go as far as to animate that, which I hope you guys enjoyed it because, I mean, I've been learning a few things behind the scenes that I've been trying to test out. So I'm gonna give you guys a preview on so many things to come on the channel. Son Goku with the $5 dono. Thank you so much. Do you genuinely think we'll see Ultra Gogeta in this arc? Also, there are rumors that Frieza wants to revive Goku Black. I don't know where in the world you happen to have hear that rumor. That's completely falsified, but I'm going to touch up on that because why would Frieza even want to resurrect Goku Black to begin with? Makes no sense. To give you guys a quick little breakdown, I have recently just started a Patreon in which you guys can go on over. I have pinned my Patreon link on the tab right there. So on here, if you guys want to support my channel, if you guys want to support the fan mangas, I have so many things cooking on the channel that you guys are going to get to see here. I have previews to so many stories that I have coming out in October, November, December, mods, and on here you guys will be able to access all of the music because everyone's wondering, yo, where the hell do you get the music from? Blah, blah, blah. I make them with my boy. Shout outs to Halusa Twin for, working alongside with me to construct all of these themes. But I have so much on here that I want to show you guys and some animation stuff that I've been working on. So if you guys want to support me and support the channel, patreon.com/UnrealEntGaming. I will leave that pinned, and that's the best thing you guys can do, I guess, going forward. So let's talk about this and a few other things, right? So the thumbnail depicts Black Frieza, right? Black Frieza's impaling Goku, Son Goku with, oh, that was already a pre-existing dono. So Frieza in the thumbnail, right? He's impaling Goku, and I think for all intents and purposes, it makes sense for that to be the case. Now, if anything, when going back to the manga, right? Because I've seen a bunch of people, I'm going to go ahead and enlarge this real quick. So I've seen a bunch of people that were like, yo, Beerus would scrub the floor with Black Frieza, stuff like that. I don't know if that's the case, only because I'm going to show you guys a few things. So it's interesting how Beerus, right? And technically, with Frieza reaching his black form, it's Beerus' fault. Because remember, Beerus actually allowed for someone like Frieza to, have their life be granted after participating during the Tournament of Power. So this is kind of Beerus' fault. Does anyone else agree here? Do you guys happen to agree, disagree? Because it was Beerus that went out of his way to tell, Whis, hey, give him back his life and stuff like that. So I saw this very interesting debate go down on Twitter. This is my friend Owardy Duck, and they were debating the concept of the gods of destruction, right? And I want to show you guys a few things. So basically, this individual here went on to say, we're going to ignore that Belmont wasn't 100% unscathed, meaning that he didn't use 100% nor fight seriously and was fine. So the premise behind this was that the gods of destruction have never used their full power, right? Everyone often talks about, yo, why doesn't Beerus use his full power? Well, he kind of did, and I'm going to show you guys, an example of that. So there have been a lot of people debating on Twitter, and you guys can let me know in the chat if you agree or disagree with, Beerus ever showcasing his power, because I think he did. There's evidence to substantiate that, and we're going to talk about it. Cypher with the $5 dono, thank you so much. Do you think Frieza trained alone or with someone? If Frieza did not get a hold of OG 7-3, I think 7-3 would make the most sense right now. Only because 7-3 could continuously just grab Frieza by the back of the neck, right? Copy him, and then you can have that be your sparring partner, right? Would that not make sense? And I think that would be logically a great way for him to gradually and consistently get stronger and stronger and stronger. By him just being, in the time chamber by himself, I mean, it's not too far-fetched to suggest that he did solo training because he did it in hell. I made an entire short video explaining that. But I think if you want to include the elements of 7-3, that would work best because he was using Tagoma, right? You guys remember he was using Tagoma in ROF, and he got substantially stronger during that time. And I think that in order for him to reach the caliber of these two, I mean, you're going to have to, legitimately train and train hard, right? So I don't think that he probably did it alone. It would make sense if it was 7-3, if he happened to have raided the Heater ship, found 7-3. Oh, yes, come, copy my abilities. Yes, let's train. That would make sense, but If it's just him solo, it is what it is, but I want to go ahead and touch upon this in a second. So for everyone out there, and I'm looking at chat right now, so let me know right now, and I want you guys to honestly give me your honest feedback on this. If Beerus and Black Frieza were to battle, who do you think would win? There's no right or wrong answer, but for those that are going to say Beerus, I'm going to show you guys a little something proving that, yeah, in the manga, he did use his full power. Maybe now he's just been, you know, fishing for fish and just sitting back and eating a whole bunch of whatever. But even then, I think by proxy, Goku, Vegeta, all these guys should have been surpassed him. Do you guys agree or not? I think, you know, he should have been surpassed, but... Oh, here we go. All right, so a bunch of Beeruses. Okay, we have a bunch of Beeruses in here. Everyone is saying Beerus, Beerus. A few Friezas. Okay, so that means that you guys are under the impression that Frieza did, or excuse me, Beerus did use his full power in the manga. So check this out, right? It's kind of tricky. So this whole debate here, right? They talk about how, you know, even though Bardock pointed out Beerus was at full power, nothing suggests that anyone held back. Also, use your brain here. Ad hominem attacks are never often too good. But let's go here, shall we? So, the Grand Priest says, everyone enter the stage. Everyone's like, what the hell's going on, right? So, and this is why I feel like this would have been great in the anime, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. They bypass that. So, we get to the ring. All the gods are there. And the Grand Priest basically tells everyone, hey, Zeno wants a show. And right here he says, those who refuse to give it their all, by the way, shall be terminated according to his majesty. Okay. So what does that imply? That implies that each and every single one of these gods of destruction have to go all out. These guys have to go all out. That's a fact. Otherwise, look, they will be terminated. So everyone then begins to circle Beerus, because Beerus was the one that basically abandoned the hide-and-go seek game they had many, many years ago. So they target Beerus. Everyone's stepping up to him. It's a pretty cool thing to see 11 destroyers step up to 1. I mean, by proxy, right? So the fight begins. And remember, we have to take this into account. Everyone has to go all out. If you don't go all out, you will die. Do you really think that out of all people, the Grand Priest wouldn't be aware if someone isn't using their full power? I want you guys to stay with me on this, right? So Beerus goes on ahead, fights all the gods. We've seen this be done before. Goku's amazed. Goku's like, oh my god. So they started fighting. Beerus is gaining the upper hand. Of course, we have Champa, who was thrown up there by Beerus. They target Champa by accident. Beerus creates a blast, throws it. Now, mind you, remember, this is supposed to be everyone at full power. Beerus throws one of his massive attacks. Seadra, with his barrier, ends up shielding it, protecting them. So at that point, all the gods start slugging it out. Remember, they all have to go all out. They have no choice. It's for entertainment purposes, right? So that's what they have to do. And that was when the Trunks stuff occurred. So by proxy, in the end, right, we see Belmod using all of his little card tricks. Everyone's going all out. Nobody can ever insinuate that the gods weren't trying, or at least using their full power to some capacity in order to get the better of each other, right? Because by the end, there were only 2 left. So we see, I mean, come on, like, how could you look at this and not say that Halise wasn't giving it her all when she literally shot a bow and arrow through this dude's forearm? We have Ramush over here going crazy. He's charging up at people. So what's interesting about this, right, and I want you guys to, you know, look at this very closely here, is the fact that by the end, we have Beerus and Catella. We can, you know, Beerus punches, you know, Ramush down onto the ground, knocks him silly. So by the end, before we can get a conclusive winner, the GP stops it, right? And remember, this was when the Grand Priest said everyone has to go all out. So by proxy, if this is supposed to be what the gods of destruction can truly do, then this is the argument, this is the only argument that we can make for all of them being at full power, right? And what's even more interesting is when going all the way, you know, past the Tournament of Power, when, you know, going all the way past everything else, we come here. Now, this is Toyotaro, right? Specifically telling the world that, hey, These guys have gotten so much more powerful since the days of, you know, the Tournament of Power, etc., etc. Their leaps and bounds, what they were. By proxy, these guys should be stronger than Beerus, right? Even though it's not, it's in the manga, it's a little, it's a hit or a miss, but even then, I want you guys to listen to what Toyotaro has to say here.
どんどんその力を高めていってる感じがなんかすごくいいです
よね。そうですね。みんながやっぱり成長していかないとドラゴンボールじゃないんで、悟空もベジータもモロの時よりは強くなってなきゃいけないなとは思ってるんで。
だってモロの時の悟空ってめちゃめちゃ強かったじゃないですか。
そうなんですよね。完璧になっちゃったんで。
あれを超える。
Okay. And by the way, big shout outs goes out to Luke Crawford for the $10 dono. Hey, Alex, love your videos and commentary. Thank you so much, man. And I watched your original, watched you with original 151. I saw you on the Sunday Sauce. Oh, and the hot takes with Super Saiyan Blue even fused weak now because of all the new levels. Well, I appreciate that. And thank you so much for the donation, man. It does go out to help the channel a lot. So I want to get back to this real quick. So look at this, right? Toyotaro himself said that Goku, by the end of the Moro fight, was too perfect. He was too strong. He himself went out of his way to say this, right? That's why in the first volume, in the first half of volume 16, we showed that there's a level of perfection beyond perfect, which doesn't make sense because if you master something, if you perfect something, then it's perfect. Why are you trying to add a new layer of perfection on top of perfection, right? But as a proxy, they're telling you right here during this interview that, hey, we had to downscale this guy back because he was too perfect. Now, what am I getting at here, right? I think it's safe to say that when going into the new arc, at this point, if we were to see this guy, right? And at this point, we can't deny the fact that he's dangerous. He's extremely dangerous. And he has the most history with everybody, right? Makes sense from a villain perspective. I definitely believe that Frieza should challenge Beerus. Because if Beerus was supposed to be someone that showcased his full power according to the Grand Priest, in which everybody should have, I mean, as cool as this was during this time, at this current point in time, everybody, including Goku, Vegeta, they're so much stronger than what they were, and this guy one-shotted the same guy that was giving these two work, right? So, and by proxy, these two should already be past Beerus. So, when looking at this, there's no doubt that Frieza's power, considering how he was training for 10 years, should be exponentially beyond everybody at this point, right? Including these two, because remember, let's not forget, these two were healed when they were about to fight Gas again. So, make no mistake about the fact that if let's just say if Goku and Vegeta are supposed to be stronger than Beerus after seeing what Beerus did in the manga, then by proxy, Frieza just took down two individuals with one shot. After seeing the amount of growth they went through, after seeing the leaps and bounds they had to jump and the hoops they had to jump through to get to where they're at, I don't think that there's anything anyone can do right now outside of getting Beerus to take his job serious to fight Frieza, only because Frieza is partially, or at least he partially comes from the responsibility that Beerus bared in telling Whis, hey, bring him back to life. So I definitely think that they should bring, or at least introduce the elements of Frieza versus Beerus, just because Frieza, we've seen how Frieza doesn't take orders from anybody. We've seen that be done before. So with Frieza, you know, at the Tournament of Power, observing, seeing everything, studying everyone, of course, I mean, do you think Frieza would want to call someone else Lord Beerus, or to refer to somebody as being above them in ranking? No. So it only makes sense to have, I would suggest the next arc be centered around Frieza, only because you can tell the story involving Frieza, Goku, and Vegeta. Frieza and Broly. How crazy would it be? Because remember, Broly didn't know who killed Paragus, so how crazy would it be if they were to find out, yo, Frieza killed your dad? Broly would snap, like, oh, it was you? You killed my father? Like, you know? And then you introduce the element of Frieza stepping up to Beerus because of the overconfidence. He's leapt in power so much, he took down two individuals that arguably can be on the same tier as Beerus, if not stronger, and he one-shotted them. So I've seen a lot of people suggest that, you know, Frieza's the worst possible candidate. I don't think so right now because despite what it is that they do, you need to have that threat level for Goku and Vegeta to face, and the only other opposition right now is Frieza by proxy. So, big shoutouts goes out to Seiko for the, what is that? The $250 Ruby donation? Murno would smoke all of them. We want Murno to make a return. Nah, he's dead, brother. Murno is gone. He ain't coming back ever. However, I'm gonna leave it there. But I mean, yeah, but that's an angel, level enemy. So, but either way, by looking at everybody in chat, everyone seems to be solely stuck on this one character who by proxy should have demonstrated his full power during battle only because the highest ranking angel said so, right? He flat out told everyone, yo, if you don't do it, you're gonna get terminated, right? So, and that's to insinuate that, unless you want to suggest that the Grand Priest wouldn't know that people, these gods of destruction aren't trying, because if you aren't trying, you're gone. And you can see, based on the level of carnage here, that these guys were going all out. They were smashing into each other and shooting each other. They're all bloody and shit. So, if you want to look at that, I will say that this is the peak of where Beerus is. Because since this occurred, the only other time we saw Beerus in action was against Evolution Vegeta. And he took Evolution Vegeta down easily. And I'm going to show you guys that actually right now, when he actually went along to give him all the smoke. So, but I see a whole bunch of people in here that are like, yo, Beerus. All right, is it, where is it? I think it's chapter number, I believe it was 69. I believe it was this chapter, without a doubt. It had to have been. Let me see. Make no mistake about it, Beerus would smoke Frieza. I see a few people in here saying that Black Frieza by proxy stronger. There's no doubt the fact that, I will dare say that Frieza probably trained with the, let me see if I can go on ahead and just find this for you guys real quick. Where is it? I think it's right here. It should be right here. Aha, here we are. So outside of the Destroyers tournament, this was the only other time that we got to see Beerus in action. And was he really using his full power here? No. And it's kind of sad because these guys, at least during this point in time, Vegeta should have been maybe around his level. But even then, Beerus was like smacking him around, right? It's pretty awe-inspiring and terrifying how he was just like, look at it, he's just like standing on top of him. Yes, Vegeta, suck my balls. Like, damn, okay. But make no mistake about the fact that in the Granolah Arc, every single time Goku spoke out about, yeah, I'm gonna be the strongest, yeah, I'm gonna do this, Beerus was like, you motherfucker, you. Like, that's why he gave Vegeta the earring. They marked each other. Whis gave Goku the insignia, Beerus gave Vegeta the earring. But my point being is that, like, this was a turning point, right? I would say, because we need to take what happened during the events of the Granolah Arc, and you kind of need to upscale that. Because you can't just go from Jiren, Broly, Moro, Gas / Granolah, and then you kind of go back down into something more subtle, right? So this was, I think, a huge turning point because watch this, right? This was incredible. This was probably my favorite chapter because, this was the first time that we saw these two actually like use these levels of power against Gas at the same time. But this is what's scary though. So notice how when they came at Gas, they ran right into him, right? Boom, boom. And look at Gas's like response. Yeah, about what I expected. That's scary. And Frieza put this guy down with one shot. You know what I mean? So unless they plan on introducing the elements of Goku and Vegeta versus Frieza again, then you kind of need to add a different twist to that because we've seen that be done before, Resurrection F, Dragon Ball Z, unless they want to throw in Broly, but then we're going to have Broly, Vegeta, and Goku versus Black Frieza. I think that's a bit overkill because, by proxy, Frieza should be able to hold his own against them, I would argue. But if you don't want to do that, then Beerus versus Frieza would be, I think, great. But even if that were to be the case, going back to this whole debate right here, if you do actually incorporate Beerus, then I think unless they want to buff him behind the scenes, Beerus will probably lose. Unless, again, he's done training. There's more to Beerus than meets the eye. But how could there be more to Beerus than meets the eye when we kind of saw everything they did right here? We see that Toyotaro, out of his own mouth, confirmed that, oh yeah, so, you know, Goku in the Moro arc right here, he was kind of too perfect. It going beyond that is challenging. The guy is telling you, this is the guy who's writing this. Look what he just said. Going beyond that's pretty challenging. So they kind of wrote themselves in a little bit of a corner there. It's like, okay, Goku mastered UI. It's pretty challenging to go beyond that. So we kind of have to downscale him, and thus he's telling you right here, oh yeah, by the way, so in volume 16, we introduced like a new level, which is perfect on top of perfect on top of perfect. You guys know the whole spiel. Oh, Marky with the $5 dono. Thank you so much. And whoever wants to donate a super chat, those are going to be taken priority first. So thank you so much for that. But again, this goes to show that with whatever they're going to do in this next arc, it's going to have to encompass the idea of these two training and going all out. Because if Frieza has access to the Rosat, right, which out of his own mouth he said that he does, Goku and Vegeta have access to Whis' staff. And remember, prior to the ROF arc retelling in Super, they trained in Whis' little staff, right? And that realm is like similar to the Rosat, except it works differently, but they have access to that. Are they going to go in there and train? Probably not. And it's like I said on my previous stream, this dude Frieza did everything that these two should have done from the beginning, and that's correct all of his mistakes. He corrected his flaws. There appears to be no issue with him, no stamina issue. He doesn't appear to, you know, have any sort of weakness that we can see of or whatever the case may be. So this is dangerous. And so after putting out my my manga video, my fan manga video with Frieza challenging Beerus, everyone's like, oh, nah, you know, Beerus at full power. We've never seen Beerus at full power. You know? So that's where it gets a little sticky. But this was the only other time right here that we saw Beerus actually, you know, do something of significant importance. But I will say this too. Let's go all the way back. Let's go to when I guess he first fought Vegeta, because some of you guys may have forgotten this. I'm going to show you guys this right now. I believe it's one of these two. I'm going to show you guys this really quick because some of you guys may have forgotten this. But if it's not that, let me see which chapter. Aha. Okay. So, and this is why this is why to me the manga does more justice for Beerus, because we see Vegeta training here with Whis. And then Beerus, I mean, the Oracle Fish kind of prompts him, right? The Oracle Fish is like, yeah, you know, aren't they going to become your rivals? You're doing nothing but just sitting on your ass all day. So the Oracle Fish calls him out. The Oracle Fish is like, yo, you don't do anything, dude. Like, you're just sitting there. Harris J with the $2 dono. Thank you so much. Wait, so who's the most powerful right now overall? That is very subjective. Because I know a lot of you guys are going to say Beast Gohan. I know a lot of you guys are going to say Beerus. I know a lot of you guys are going to say Ultra Ego Vegeta, Granolah, Goku. You know what? Let me know in chat right now, who do you think is the strongest in Universe 7? Is it Broly? Is it Beast Gohan? Is it Black Frieza? Is it Granolah? Is it Goku? Is it Vegeta? Let me know. I'm very curious. Because, so the Oracle Fish calls him out here, right? And the Oracle Fish is like, hey, like, you do nothing. These guys are going to surpass you. And this was before the Tournament of Power. So Beerus steps up, and he's like, hey, Vegeta, bitch, fight me. So Vegeta, this is before Blue Evolution. So Vegeta's about to fight Beerus. Again, by proxy, Vegeta seems to be doing nothing. And just like I showed you guys during Chapter 69, this is Chapter 27. This happened years ago. And so Vegeta is still getting treated, you know, like a rookie. And this is like way before, you know, he leapt in power. So by the end of it, what I find interesting is he did the same thing that Goku did against Merged Zamasu, which is, you know, unleash perfected Super Saiyan Blue, which is to hold your ki inside. Damn, you guys are, well, outside of Whis, you guys can't say Whis right now. Oob. Yo, some of y'all are saying Oob. Final Gohan is ass. Damn. I did not expect to see a whole bunch of Oobs in here. Black Frieza, Beerus. Someone just said, why are y'all undermining Broly? They need to do something with Broly quick, because if they don't, then... So anyways, Vegeta here uses Perfected Super Saiyan Blue, fights Beerus. Notice this right here, right? It looks like Beerus is like, oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, we got 2 more donations. Hold on. Oh, Marky with the $199 donation. Frieza should kill Krillin again and maybe 18 too. Why? So Goku can snap and achieve a new UI form. Harris J with the $2 dono. Let's see what he said here. It would be Zeno or the father of Whis, right? No. We're talking about Universe 7. Seiko with the 250. I don't even. I think that's rubies. Whis, Caulifla, Lord Beerus, Beerus James a 12, Black Frieza 10. I have no idea. You're speaking gibberish, brother. But again, it looks like, well, some of y'all are saying Beast Gohan. We're gonna get into that in a bit. So during this time, right, Beerus ends up fighting, and notice how, and I'll show you guys a comparison. Why is Vegeta doing better during this time with his training with Beerus, but when he fought him using Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, in which he did not have here, he was doing worse? So watch this, right? Whis commends the fact that, and look at this hold on, this is scary. Hold on, let me show y'all something real quick. This is sad. This is sad, my friends. Watch this, okay? This is sad. So, Vegeta manages to clock Beerus, right? He rocks him. But then over here, Vegeta can't get a single thing in, right? Don't y'all find that a little weird? Look at this. This is Blue Evolution. I mean, there's a distinct comparison between the two. There's a distinct difference, between the two. So Vegeta, you don't see him hitting Beerus unless Beerus got stronger by proxy. But even then, Vegeta punches Beerus. Beerus grabs him, slams him on down to the ground, and then he says this. At this rate, it'll take you 1,000,000 years to become my rival. Okay. I think that's a little bit of an over-exaggeration. But this was during that time. And then even here, it just appears as though he's doing worse. So Vegeta can't even get a hit in, right? Look at this. So Vegeta can't even get a single hit in. Beerus is like, oh, you son of a bitch. And then, but over here prior, he actually landed a blow on him. So Beerus he's consistent in the manga, but they need to do something to substantiate Beerus as the goalpost, because he currently is one of the goalposts. Jiren is another one. Broly's another one. I know a lot of people hate to hear Jiren and Broly's names, but they are the current goalposts right now. So Ultra Ego Vegeta is the strongest. Y'all need to stop disrespecting. Is Ultra Ego Vegeta really the strongest though? I mean, let me see. We got a $5 dono from Super Rats that said Broly needs a pair like Goku and Vegeta. What if they pair Gohan and Broly? Gohan and Broly. Well, Madara with the $4.99 dono said, I think we're going to be getting Gohan versus Frieza. Okay, so let's talk about those two. Okay, so I guess, okay, so if these two right now can't do anything against Frieza, my question to all of you is this. Would you guys be okay with seeing anyone else fight Black Frieza outside of Ultra Ego Vegeta and Ultra Instinct Goku? Would you guys be okay with that? I'm a little curious to know. Because if you want to substitute them out, which I don't think you should, these two have the most history with him. And by all means, can we all agree that Vegeta should get the last finishing kill on Frieza? Trunks killed Frieza, Goku killed Frieza, Vegeta always got shafted. I mean, so can we all give this video a thumbs up if you guys want to see Vegeta Hakai Frieza into oblivion? I think that would do so much justice. But would you guys be okay with Gohan and Broly? Because I've seen, even in chat today, everyone's like, Beast Gohan, Beast Gohan, Beast Gohan, Beast Gohan. I don't know. And Broly has no control. So even if you did pair up Broly and Gohan, if Broly loses his mind, that becomes another enemy for Gohan to face because Broly will indirectly just attack everybody, right? So that's a problem. That's a big problem. Okay, so y'all don't want to... Okay, so there's a few of you guys that don't want to see that. Beast, Gohan, and Broly would be something. I mean... Just give it to Beerus. He's the one that owes Frieza a death sentence for the disrespect. But even if you were to have... But, okay, so if they gave us... If they gave us Beerus versus Frieza... Which I would like to see, because it'll at least show us, like, finally, for once, you know, ever since the Zen exhibition with the Destroyers, we can finally see Beerus in action against an enemy, not against, you know, someone that's training with them, and we can actually see Frieza pop off against someone that's just, like, threatening him, right? Because going back to this is how, again, you can go back to what the Oracle Fish said. The Oracle Fish, look at this. They were watching, you know, Vegeta train with Whis, and the Oracle Fish was like, yo, you do nothing. You just sit around all day. They're going to surpass you. They're going to become your rivals. And Beerus is like, what? So, you know, I think by at that point, we should see that if you want to give Beerus at least room to do something in the story. Uncle Luke with the $5 dono. Thank you so much, brother. I would be okay with Vegeta getting the final KO on Frieza or Broly. Or Broly? Oh, that's gonna... I don't know. Anthony Boykin with the $1.99 dono. MUI Goku, he's way too OP. That's why they toned him down. So you believe that Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku's the strongest because of Toyotaro's little interview here. I mean, they flat out told you straight up, like, yo... We had to nerf this dude because he was too perfect. So, but what's interesting is Broly getting the final blow on Frieza. That's gonna piss a lot of people off. I mean, there's thousands of people in here. Let me know in chat. Would you guys be okay if Broly was the one to destroy Frieza? Yay or nay? Because in the chat, you're going to have a divide. You're going to have people say that without question, you should have Goku be the one to destroy Frieza. A very small minority, but there are people that want to root for Goku. Then you have the vast majority, which is myself included, that want to see Vegeta do it. Then you have other people say, you know what? It should be Broly. It should be Beerus. I want to see Beerus fight. I want to see Beerus be challenged for once. Because nobody challenged this dude. Nobody challenged him. Like, directly. Maybe Vegeta. Maybe. But even then, Vegeta did not directly challenge Beerus, but what happened instead was Beerus grabbed him by the face and threw him into the tree. So it would be amazing for once to see someone like this step up. Oh, yes. Hello, Beerus. Yeah, like, you know, like, to see someone be like, you know what? I'm going to take your title. I'm going to be the god of destruction, not you. I'm stronger than you, I'm better than you, and I'm gonna kill you for disrespecting me. You know, stuff like that. To establish himself as being a threat, that would be different. I don't want to see Beerus kill him. I think wholeheartedly Vegeta should be the one to do it, but to each their own, right? Kick Bees with the $2, I think that's Canadian dono. The Oracle Fish snorts lines, to be honest. Beerus beats him. But it's okay, but it's not about the Oracle Fish, you know, snorting some lines. The Oracle Fish was honest with Beerus when he said, hey, don't you see the way? And look, Vegeta was improving. Vegeta just doesn't train with Beerus. He trained with Whis too. So there's progress. And this is, I think, one of the biggest issues for Beerus was and is seeing the fact that he just sits around all day. I'll give you guys another example, right? I believe it's during the events of Merus's miscalculation, right? I believe it was during these events over here, and I'm going to show you guys what I mean. Because the whole time while this was going down, Beerus was just eating fish. Look at him. Look at him. What are you doing? You're supposed to be the strongest? I mean, okay. The whole time just sitting there, these two angels are discussing like, oh, did he master Ultra Instinct? I don't know. Did he do it? We don't know. Goku from... And look at him. Look at this little sneaky... Look at him. He's overhearing this and he's like, oh, Whis, yes. I'm going to catch some fish, Whis. So for once, I think he should do something. I think Frieza should definitely threaten him. And I think by proxy, that should prompt Beerus to be like, oh, I'm about to beat your ass. And I think that would be good. Unless Frieza once again gets another massive buff and Frieza just stomps Beerus out, which I know a lot of you guys are going to get. I mean, if that were to be the case, and if Black Frieza stomped out Beerus, you guys would... There'd be a bunch of people that, what? How? But definitely, and the issue here, right, is this. So they don't say, like, and this is an issue because I don't see the Dragon Ball Super anime being announced this year, only because you have, look at these bangers. Look at these bangers. One Piece is One Piece. Bleach is coming back, so everybody and their mother are going to be watching the 1,000-year Blood War arc. Jujutsu Kaisen's killing it. Haven't gotten into Chainsaw Man and stuff like that, but, you know, so if it were up to me, and if you guys are, you know, aware of animation and look at some of these animes that have terrific animation, I want to see Super come back with that. So even if it means giving these animes some shine, fine. But remember this, right? I don't think we're going to be getting an announcement for the anime. The web anime stuff, that's a whole big thing. It's just, it's sort of like Heroes, but not really. It's not the actual adaptation for the Dragon Ball Super manga to be retold in the form of an anime. Anime AJ went out to even put this out to say like, hey, it's not in pre-production. It's not in post-production. So there is no production right now for Dragon Ball Super, which I'm okay with, because if you want to bring it back, give us the highest possible quality, you know, animation, stuff like that. And the reason why I'm bringing up Jump Festa is because a lot of things always pop off during the events of Jump Festa. Now, what does Jump Festa mean for Super? I think one of two things, probably these two, will happen. And if we don't see the manga, you know, the manga arc continue in October or November, then they're likely going to go as far as to announce, just like they did with Moro and just like they did with Granolah, they're going to more than likely announce the next arc for the manga in December if it does not come out in October and in November. That means September, October, and November. That's 3 months of a big hiatus. Not sure how that's going to work out for them. The other thing is the web anime, which, again, it's like Heroes, but it's neither hero there. But again, I saw this and I said to myself, you know, I don't get why people are still bringing up the case in point to say that Beerus was not at full power, blah, 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 when he clearly was. You know what I mean? We have a big dono from Dark Gaming with the 100 dono. What is that? What currency is that? There's a good chance to see Beerus' full power, but I believe Beerus would win definite. Oh my God. Brother. We've seen Beerus' full power. This is Beerus' full power. If anybody wants to debate it, you can debate it. During these events here, the Grand Priest told all the gods, you gotta go all out, everybody. If you fail to do so, you're dead. So you can make the, and mind you also, this was the only time where we ever got to see Beerus struggle against other entities, right? He didn't really struggle against Goku in Battle of Gods. He didn't do anything with Frieza. Didn't do anything with Goku Black. He fought Vegeta twice, right? He fought Vegeta twice here, and he mollywopped him. He fought him here, and then he fought him here. So that's twice. The only other time that we've ever seen Beerus, like, beat up like this was against the other gods. So, and it would have been awesome to see who would win between Catella and Beerus. I guess you guys can let me know in chat. Are you guys for Team Catella or are you guys for Team Beerus? Objectively speaking, because Catella was the one that beat him in arm wrestling. Take that how you want. So, Moro with the $4 dono says, the reason why I said Gohan versus Frieza, why you think they both got new forms. Okay, they got new forms as a proxy of their own little story. You had Frieza come up with and hone his new transformation through training in the Rosat. You had Gohan achieve what he achieved through, you know, fighting Cell Max. If they want to crisscross, that would be very interesting. I don't know how that would turn out. And you know what? Because a lot of you guys seem to be on the Beerus side, because we haven't gotten into anybody else yet. Honestly speaking, right now, and you guys can even debate this in chat, who would win right now in a battle between Black Frieza and Beast Gohan? Feel free to elaborate. If you guys have any talking points that you guys want to share, feel free to do so. Because, you know, with Gohan did not show any sort of feat, any sort of, you know, demonstration that would prove, you know, to the viewer to say, wow, he is the strong. What, because he shot the Makan Kosampo? What, because he kicked Cell Max in the stomach? That's it? Those are your feats? Okay. With Black Frieza put down two of the strongest warriors in the universe, on top of putting down the strongest in one shot. Frieza took down 3 dudes. So at least there's somewhere where you can measure him, right? With Gohan, it was kick, and then special beam cannon through the stupid head crest gem thing he had, which is always a trope in Dragon Ball. Remember Aniraza? Remember Aniraza had that giant weakness, and 17 busted through it. So it's always, you know, it's always a thing that it seems to be recurring in that. Dark Gaming with the $2 dono. Thank you so much. Black Frieza definitely wins against Beast Gohan. Listen, if you guys want to say Beast Gohan, that's fine. I just want to know what your rule of measure is. I mean, granted, you know, Gohan has vast potential, but so does Frieza. Frieza said this out of his own mouth. He said, yes, I was born a prodigy. I don't have to train. He never needed to train. But then he did. And remember, he hated it. Remember when in ROF, when he confronted Goku and Vegeta, and he was like, you made me train. Like, I never would have considered that. It was because of you. But here I am in my golden form. Then he started training more, and that was 4 months. That's 4 months versus 10 years. We saw how far, and this was like during the Z era, right? When Ultimate Gohan was supposed to be, you know, peak or whatever the hell. Frieza leapt past that in 4 months. Imagine 10 years. Now, Beast Gohan, I want to see more from him before there's any discussion involving Beast Gohan being the greatest thing since sliced bread. But even then, they have to do something with that. So I'm hoping that Toyotaro at least adapts that in the manga coming up. Because if they don't, then, you know, because they did that with the Broly stuff. I forgot what chapter it was. I'll try to look for it right here. But Goku spoke to Merus about Broly when he told him, like, hey, yeah, we fought this crazy powerful Saiyan on Earth and blah, blah, blah. And he was crazy strong. We never seen anything like it. And Merus is like, oh, really? Tell me more about him and stuff like that. So, why is everyone overlooking the fact that Broly is the strongest in the universe? Even before mastering. Okay. So you're under the impression that Broly's the strong. I mean, even then, like, and that would have been a great demonstration for Superhero, because if you guys have seen Superhero, Whis was like, all right, yo, triple threat Super Saiyan fight. Broly versus Goku versus Vegeta. And Vegeta was like, what? And they were like, nah, it's not really a good idea, because if he taps more into that raw power, that could mean the destruction of everything. So it's a little ambiguous with certain characters. It's a little vague with Broly, with Beast Gohan, stuff like that. At least with Beerus, I'm showing you all of the times and instances and moments where he was in action, where he fought, And this here was the only time where Beerus was pushed in a fight. He was not pushed by Vegeta twice. He was not pushed by Super Saiyan God Goku. He was pushed by the other gods. Cool. But it's Beerus' fault on top of Goku's that Frieza is back, right? And I'll show you guys another example of what I mean, because some of y'all might be like, well, how? Well, I will show you. So I believe it was chapter 42 where it all ended. And I'll show you guys why this is Beerus' fault. We have a couple of donos in here. Captain Enzo with the $5 dono. Thank you, man. You really gotta wonder how Vegeta is going to job for Goku in the next. But you're making a massive leap in assumption, bro. You can't assumption that Vegeta is simply gonna do the job for Goku against Frieza, who Goku already beat Frieza twice. He killed him once. He beat him twice, sure, but I don't think. Listen, I said this many times. Vegeta needs to be the one to destroy him. You give Vegeta Hakai, right? You give Vegeta destructive abilities, destructive power, following the path of a god of destruction, and he does dick against Gas. So, to make up for your massive mistake, what you need to do is by the end of everything, right? Vegeta should erase Frieza. It makes sense, logically. Frieza ripped everything away from him. He enslaved him. He did so much to destroy this guy's legacy. He murdered his family. He murdered his race. Vegeta needs to be the one to do it. Why is this Beerus' fault too, you may ask? Well, look at this. Look what Frieza says. Does this mean you've come back to life? A gift from Lord Beerus. That was a fine strategy. You dipshit. You brought him back? You brought him back? Somebody gonna be catching the hands. Look at Frieza. Are you quite sure about this? I have every intention of perpetrating more evil, and when the time comes to beat you again, haha. Yeah, so he says it. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna fuck y'all up. And he did. And he did. This is Beerus' fault. Well, Goku's as well. But this is Beerus' fault. Look at him. Are you sure about this, monkey? And then he comes back. And then he fucking destroys everybody. So, what they need to do for the next story is definitely wrap that little angle up quick. Because we saw them beef during ROF. We saw that. When Frieza was beating up Goku and then Beerus was there. Oh, Lord Beerus, you're here to cancel my revenge. And Beerus is like, yo, I don't give a shit about your revenge. But if you get dust on my ice cream, you about to get dusted. And that was during when he was in his golden form. We're way past that now. So, that's why, it makes sense for Frieza now, outside of just Goku and Vegeta, to challenge Beerus. We've never seen anybody step up to Beerus, like step up. Can anyone show me an example anywhere in the manga where anyone stepped up to Beerus? Nobody did. So, for the first time, you would have someone actually do that in the form of Frieza. He steps up. Lord Beerus, I don't like calling you Lord. I'm Lord. Like, what? And then he reveals his black form. He's like, you know what? I've been itching for this. I've been itching to fuck you up for a long time. And then we get to see that. I mean, I think it's a win-win for everybody. Dark Gaming with the $2 dono says, I really want to see a manga related to Jiren. Well, I mean, we had that with the Tournament of Power. But again, he is a goalpost. For those that have seen the superhero movie, Vegeta confirms this. Goku confirms this. So for this next manga, for this next arc in the manga, they need to definitely wrap this up and have something involving that. But then again, this becomes a question of what I've went back to ask you guys. Because after asking you all, what do you all want to see? You guys can look at it with your own eyes. You guys can see it with your own eyes in chat. There are hundreds of people here, and everybody has a different opinion. Some people want to see Broly kill Frieza. Some people want to see Beerus fight and kill Frieza. Some people want to see Vegeta do it. Other people want to see Gohan do it, which Gohan, among all of them, is probably the least of my favorites to go up against him right now, because what business would Gohan have? What interest would Frieza have in Gohan? Oh yes, Gohan, you son of a... Like, no. It only makes sense for everybody else. It makes sense for Broly because of the whole spiel of him bringing Broly to Earth, killing his dad. There's an entire little drama saga right there. The whole thing with Vegeta, the whole thing with Goku, with Beerus, you know, flat out saying, hey, I'm back, bitch. And, you know, and this is all, you know, technically Beerus's fault. So, oh, look at that. That's a sight that you would never see. Frieza and Whis just leaving. That's interesting, isn't it? But even then, you know, I think that when looking at what's about to come in December, we're probably just going to get the announcement of the next arc and probably the web anime. And again, don't get excited for the web anime. It's not going to be anything where it's like, oh my God. I mean, to our knowledge currently, because they're not perpetuating it as being something where it's like, oh, let's invest in this. You know what I mean? And I, for one, you know, don't want to see Super come back with the same bullshit quality. I want to see quality like Digimon 2020. I want to see quality like Jujutsu Kaisen, like you know, like One Piece. That kind of quality. And I think Dragon Ball Super deserves that, especially if you're going to go back, right? And you're going to give us stuff like this. Listen, I've been very open to say that this right here was probably one of my favorite fights in the manga. OMEN Goku, Sign Goku, and Moro, when they fought. Like, they beat the shit out of each other. And if you guys remember and go back, this was a long fight. The fight with Goku and Moro, Prime Moro and OMEN Goku, that was, look at this, right? So imagine we get something like this, but it's like piss poor quality. So that's why I'm a little like, you know, on the fence about Super getting announced, because I'm like, all right, if you need more time, so be it. If you need to get better animators behind your project, so be it. So the only thing that I think we can look forward to this year, by the end of the year, are these following animes, the manga arc, more than likely, because they wouldn't just have anything going during the events of Jump Festa without having anything Super related. So it's more than likely going to be the web anime and the manga arc if they don't already announce it prior in October and November. So, but even, like I said, I mean, when going back to all of this, like out of your own mouth, you just said you made this dude too perfect.
完璧があるんだよっていうのを16巻の前半で言わせてもらって、
いやまだまだあそこから高める余地があるんだ。
まだまだですね。
Toyotaro,
だって上には
I mean,
ウィスさんもいれば。
Yeah, look, there you go. All right, there you go. So, we have Broly in the manga. He was referenced, he was mentioned. I need to go back to see which chapter it was that they talked about him. Was it Outer Space Battle? Was it Great Escape? Or was it To Each Their Own? There was one of them where Merus was like, oh, tell me more about this Broly guy, you know? So, the Moro arc was fire. I still solemnly stand by Moro being stronger than Beerus. Nah, Moro being stronger than Beerus, bro? Nah, stop it. Stop it, Brody. By the way, if you guys are enjoying this stream, give this stream a big fat thumbs up. It would really go a long way, and I appreciate you guys for just being here all together, because you guys know I don't normally stream often, but I'm trying to see if I can find where they talked about Broly. Yeah, man, look at our boy, bro. Come on, guys. Can we agree? Can we just agree that to fix the bullshit from his fight with Granolah and Gas, and it was bullshit, come on. Ultra Ego Vegeta needs to destroy and erase Frieza. It only makes sense. Goku ain't gonna do it. Goku's gonna be like, well, you know, Vegeta, well, just if he comes back again. Nah, bitch. I'm talking about nullification. You know that thing where Beerus squeezes his palm? Yeah, palm squeeze, and you're dusted. That's it. Look at this. What a sad day. What a sad day in the world to see our boy just sitting there he's just sitting there on the bed like, man. But you know what I'm going to do? Here, I'm going to give you guys a few previews. So this year, towards the end of the year, November, December, I got a few fan mangas that I created. I'm going to be doing Ultra Ego Vegeta versus Merge Zamasu. So think about this. You have the power of a destroyer or the path of a individual that walks down a destroyer versus someone who's immortal, right? Because remember, we understand that Beerus cannot erase immortal beings. So I wonder how Vegeta's going to do, right? I got that coming out, the top 5 strongest redo, which in there I'm going to incorporate Frieza and a few other little sprinkly tidbits. I got a few fan mangas coming out with Moro and Broly, and you guys are going to love it. So, you know, seeing this, like, I think I'll do you guys better justice when I show you guys the mangas that I have coming out here. But quick shout outs to Eric310 for the $5 dono, new to the channel, off topic, but would you like to see a Universe 6 arc with the other Saiyans? And what site are you reading the colored manga on? I will post it on my Discord. And by the way, you know what? You guys can join the Discord if you guys want. I will paste the link in the chat. So there, come through. That's the Discord link, everybody. I'm gonna put all the links in there. So if you guys want to come through and download whatever you want to download and chit chat, I'm gonna be on Discord after this. But again, it's just it's sad to see this, and I firmly believe that with this hiatus, because I'm not sure if you guys know about this or not, but I think it was a couple of weeks ago, Toyotaro made tweets complaining about his coffee from Starbucks. Like, what? You know, so I hope you're constructing a fire arc, because you're over here tweeting like, oh, my coffee from Starbucks. All right, fam, I guess, you know? So I just think with this being the case, and you know what, on my Patreon, look what I got coming out here. Actually, this is a pretty crazy fusion that I'm going to show you guys afterwards. Yeah, so we got right here, I'm doing Master to Ultra Instinct Moro 7-3 versus Ultra Ego Vegeta. That's gonna be a good one. But yeah, so even when this, let me see if I can go back and find it, because they did, I don't think it was before Vegeta left. I think it was during the escape. This is chapter 50, this is chapter 49. So unless they want to redo and just tell the events of what happened with Cell Max after the fact, then you can do that. But because I've seen a bunch of you in the comments and y'all were like, well, they're gonna redo Superhero in the form of a manga. I honestly don't think so, and I'll show you guys why. Where was the mention of, let's see here, of Broly? Okay, this was when, I think this is when they left originally. Okay, so yeah, this was probably, okay, yeah, so this was probably prior. This was chapter 49, Moro's Wish. It's got to be one of these. When, and this is another travesty. Majin Buu, right? Such a ferocious entity, especially when he trained. Remember prior to the Tournament of Power, when he looked all swole and jacked, and now his fat ass can't stop sleeping, man. That's all he ever does. And it's such a regurgitated kind of like trope with Buu, because you could do so much more with him. But they're just like, whatever, you know? So I don't think it was during any of these. I have to go on ahead and just find it. But yeah, all of this, like, you know, like jumping from all of this to seeing with where they could go, you know, by proxy, like this was my favorite arc. Let's see here. Wait. I think it's, let's see, is this it? Aha. Okay, wait. Yeah. This is before they sparred. Yeah, this is when Merus was whooping his ass. Yeah. And did we all forget about Merus? Well, he's immortal now, so yeah, even with Merus, like I'm wondering what Merus is up to, because Merus even though he's not an angel anymore, Merus should, let me see here. When did this end? It was chapter, I think it was Happy Endings. Yeah, he was brought back. I mean, nothing ever, well, I'm telling you guys, I'm telling y'all, watch out for him. Watch out for him. And what's interesting about Oob is I know a lot of you guys are going to say, oh, but it's Oob. You know, he has the inner innate power of the Daikaio, so that means he has God power. If this kid were to train, he might be the guy that Whis was talking about because he just said just born. And we know that Beast Gohan doesn't occur until they're on Beerus' planet already training. If you guys remember, in Superhero, when they all were sparring and fighting, it was only then when Gohan went into his beast form, stuff like that. In the manga, Whis is already traveling and telling them he may have been born elsewhere in the universe. So it doesn't add up because at that current point in time, Gohan should still be studying and doing whatever. So what? I mean, studying for Super Saiyan Bugs is going to place you above as being the strongest mortal in the universe? I don't think so. So Mystery28 with the $5 dono says Vegeta deserves the kill to bust his ego more to become God of Destruction. Well, he doesn't want to become a God of Destruction. He said that out of his own mouth. Frieza is a true prodigy. I believe that he can achieve anything, even UI. No, false. To have Ultra Instinct would require the user to be calm, but then again, Moro stole it, so it's not like Moro as a proxy had the measures of meeting the prerequisites to have UI, you know what I mean? But yeah, look at this. Yeah, I mean, is anyone... See, this would be cool to have Merus help our heroes in this, I guess, quest to go up against Frieza too. Because even though, you know, he's not an angel anymore, Merus is... Yeah, I cease to exist as an angel, that is. So where does that put Merus on the totem pole now as a fighter? Because Agent Merus fought against Moro 7-3. Moro 7-3 was pretty strong. So, I don't know. You guys tell me in chat. Where do you guys put Merus on the totem pole? Do you guys think he would make a difference in any fight involving, you know, our heroes and maybe said opposition? Let me know down below. Yeah, this is when they brought his ass back. Yep. That's when they did. Let me see here. Let me see. Where was it? Let me check the comments here. The Misfits. Yeah, look at these two. These guys were having a, you know, like, and the attendees were ready. You know, remember when Goku first approached the Omni Kings and the attendees were gonna beat his ass? These two are just chilling. So again, ladies, you over here choking out Shin. So there's a lot, but even then, like, Beerus is responsible for so much. The Oracle Fish called him out for his stupidity. You know, saying, like, if you don't get your act together, you're going to get surpassed. You're going to get surpassed. And Beerus is like, no. Lower than Whis. Well, no. I'm not asking if Merus is on the same level. No way. He's not an angel anymore. He said this. But what I'm asking is, where would you guys put Merus on a ranking involving Broly, Granolah, Frieza, Vegeta, Goku, and I guess anyone else for that matter, right? Shoutouts to Ray for the $1 dono. Is that Canadian money? It's a pound? Euros, I think. Let me know, because I don't see Merus being like fodder. Am I insinuating or suggesting for Merus to fight Black Frieza? No. I think Black Frieza would destroy him because he's not an angel anymore. So I actually have a fan story coming out in, like, I think next week, involving Merus training Vegeta instead of Goku while Goku went back to Yardrat. Look at this dude. See, this is what I'm saying though. With Beerus, it's like the only time he is ever forced to do anything is when it involves the Grand Priest. I mean, the Grand Priest and the Omni King. And this dude's like banging him across the head, you know, like, for once, there needs to be something where Beerus takes his job serious. Let me see. Merus is probably weaker than Blue Goku. Merus is still above UI Goku. Is that what you really think? Hold on. Merus above Ultra Ego Vegeta now? Wait, hold on. Y'all must be smoking some, like, Namek grass, bro. Merus now above Ultra Ego Vegeta? Merus is not an angel, brother. He's a mortal. So that's what I'm asking from a mortal's perspective. I don't see Merus reaching the caliber of any of our heroes, considering that he lost his angel power. Okay. Black Cooler. I got a little something coming out for that. I mean, can't say too much, but I'll show y'all. Vegeta needs to be the one to beat Beerus. Well, and okay. All right, you know what? This is gonna cause a huge fight in the chat. Okay. Chat. Here's my question to all of you. Oh, this is gonna be good. Right now, and I want you to take a look at two things here. This was the first instance. This was the second instance. I'm gonna just do this for you guys real quick. I want you guys to let me know something. This was the first time. This was the second time. Okay. Third time. Who would win, in your opinions, right now, between Beerus and Ultra Ego Vegeta? I am so curious right now. Do you guys stand behind Ultra Ego Vegeta? Or do you guys stand with Beerus? This I have to know. Unless some of y'all are going to be like, nope, he's going to take 3 L's because he already took 2. I am so curious because we're gonna get to the following one after that. I want to know where a lot of you guys stand. Oh boy, here come the Beeruses. Wow. You guys are... The rare one with the $2 dono, Imagine True Ultra Instinct. Well, you need earrings for that, bro. Oh boy, look at all of the Beeruses. Doesn't this blow your mind? Doesn't this blow y'all mind considering the fact that we saw him at full power? And then it's like, yeah, even then he'll still stomp Vegeta out again. Damn. All right. Well, we have a few people in there. Vegeta always losing. That's facts. Beerus low difficulty? Listen, we're not talking about blue though, man. Oh, you guys are crazy. Beerus smacks low difficulty? I don't know about that one, Chief. Jeez. By the way, if you guys are for Beerus, slap the video up with a like. If you guys are for Vegeta, slap the video up with a like. We're almost at 1,000. Damn, so many Beeruses. Okay. So now let's switch it, because a lot of you guys see, no matter what it is that I asked, Beerus and Frieza, Beerus. Beerus and Vegeta, Beerus. What about Beerus and Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku? I guess you can use whatever version of UI you guys want. You can use True UI, which is garbage. You can use True UI or Mastered Ultra Instinct. Who takes the cake, Goku or Beerus? Because from what I'm seeing right now, there's a whole lot of Beeruses for a lot of things. And truth be told, I mean, considering how far these two have gotten, I mean, even then, this just kind of proves like, oh yeah, about what I expected. That's crazy. And oh boy, here, oh, see, oh, there we go. We have some Gokus in here. So why is it that some of you guys are voting Goku, but not Black Frieza or Vegeta? I'm so curious. There's a bunch of y'all in here that are saying Beerus too. So, I mean, it just, by default, then y'all are saying that Beerus is the strongest minus Whis. Jeez. What's at stake? I guess whatever you want to be at stake at that point, because I mean, whatever stakes you want to raise, if you don't go all out, you'll get destroyed. I don't know. I mean, because when looking at all of this, it's hard to imagine Beerus doing anything. I would like to see him do something, which was the whole point of this entire thing from the beginning, was talking about how we've seen him in action, we've seen him fight the other gods. I mean, would I like to see more come from him? Of course, I think we all would like to see that. But even then, despite all of that being the case, I guess we'll either find out in October, or if we don't get it in October, then maybe November. But hands down, we're going to be getting the announcements and everything for Jump Festa. Not for the anime, I'm letting you guys know because these are the super stages. There's always Dragon Ball in here, but they never... I mean, this is like the first time where they kind of have like a small paneling elsewhere. Mystery 28 with a $2 dono. Black Frieza, Goku, Beerus, and Vegeta. So Black Frieza, in your opinion, is the strongest. Okay. Fair enough, I suppose. So yeah, don't expect that. Because, I mean, for 2023, what I am expecting, though, is definitely the continuation of the manga, the web series. But if the anime comes back, I think they're going to make the announcement next year. But I don't think it's going to be dropping next year. Again, Jump Festa is like the WrestleMania. Jump Festa is like the WrestleMania of all of this. So unless they announce it, then I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here, guys. I will give you all my Discord for you guys to jump in. I do appreciate you guys for the discourse. If you guys want to chat in the general chat that we're going to be in, you guys can simply come on through. And but before that, hold on, let me see. Let me see if Emish wants to hop on, because I know, and we're going to be having another massive discourse in general chat, because I want to see where a lot of people stand in all of this, because I know some of you guys are going to be like, oh well, you know, this, that, and the third. I just think by the end of it, Black Frieza, or Frieza in this case, needs to be the one who's the enemy. If you don't have Frieza as the enemy, that's going to be a huge letdown, because who else are you going to have as the enemy? You need a suitable opposition for Ultra Ego and Ultra Instinct. You need that. And the only other individual right now is Frieza. Beerus ain't going to fight these guys on a death level, like, unless we go back to Battle of Gods, but Beerus already befriended these dudes, so I don't think we're going to see Beerus fight these guys on any kind of a serious level. Frieza's the guy for me. Unless some of you guys want to say, oh no, but you know, we can have another enemy. But yeah, we have Moro, who stole, right? Moro stole Ultra Instinct from Merus. We had Gas, who was wished to become the strongest. Frieza trained to become the strongest. If it's not going to be Frieza, are we just going to have another enemy wish for it? That'd be dumb. If we have another person try to steal Ultra Instinct like Moro did, that'd be kind of dumb, because we've seen that. With the androids, Cell Max, stuff like that, it was constructed by a brilliant scientist who apparently is smarter than Bulma and Dr. Gero, and so we need a suitable opposition. And I don't think that if it's not going to be Frieza, then I really don't know who it might be or what. But to that, I will be joining you guys on my Discord. I want to say thank you all so very much for being here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel and just being patient with me. I got so many fan mangas dropping for you guys starting next week. You guys are gonna just be overloaded with content. So thank you so much. If you guys enjoyed this stream, give the video a thumbs up. If you guys want to support the channel, the link to the Patreon is right there, patreon.com/UnrealEntGaming. You can find a whole bunch of stuff on there, fan mangas, music, all that stuff. Join my Discord if you guys want in, and I will leave you all to your day. I am probably going to go on Discord now, chat with you guys a little bit. I'm more than likely going to go to the gym before it closes, because I need to enter the Rosat too now. My ass needs to get back to training ASAP after munching on Dunkin' Donuts for like the last couple months. So thank you all so much. You guys know that I don't typically stream very often, so there's that. Also, quick little thing in case some of you guys aren't aware of. If you guys happen to find any comments that have my name on it that are saying things such as, oh, congratulations, you've won a PS5 or an iPhone or some shit, those are scammers. Don't do what they tell you to do. They're trying to take your money and do whatever. It's a recurrent thing going on with everybody right now on the platform. It sucks. But I just want to let you guys know that keep your eyes and ears peeled to wait. Well, the best way for you guys to know if it's me is if I reply to your comment, just look for the little check mark. that's about it really. So thank you all so much. I appreciate you all so very much for being here. I'm going to end the live now, and I hope to see you guys back for tomorrow's video and a few other little goodies and surprises that I have in store for you all. So thank you all once again, and I will catch you all, I guess, soon. Peace.